What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jay Hud. That's H-U-D, not Hood, Hood. Jay Hud. Knicks for life, no haters. And today, guys, we lost an ugly game, 89 to 107. It's a lot of things we can take away from this game. I'm pretty upset about it because Orlando was at the bottom of the lineup, and we supposed to have beat them easily. You can't take for granted other teams because they're not winning a lot. If they got chemistry for that night, then anybody could win on any given night, and that seems what happened. Uh, Quickly was 1 for 12. Derrick Rose was 1 for 10, and that's why we lost right there. And the kid Ross, he scorched us for 30, and it just wasn't a good game for us tonight. But we have some of them games, some kind guys. Like, you know, right now I'm kind of upset about it, but I'm not gonna beat myself up too much because we won 3 games in a row and the guys are really playing good and you can't expect us to win every game. The only thing is I just don't want us to get too behind in the standings because right now we're 14 and 16. We're still in the 6th spot, but the Raptors are tied with us and the Hornets are tied with us. They're 13 and 15, both of these guys. The Hornets game just got postponed, so they won't be playing for a minute. Our game got postponed by San Antonio. I'm kind of glad because San Antonio is a tough team. We need to play them after the All-Star break. Maybe we'll have picked up some more pieces, or maybe we'll stick with our guys. Who knows? They're talking. Drummond said he wouldn't mind coming to the Knicks. He's a double-double guy, and I was thinking about that. Drummond to the Knicks. Do you guys think that would be a good move? I mean, he gets a double-double like it's nothing. We could sure use them 15 or 16 points in the game. He's averaging 18 points a game, I think, something like that. We can use that down low, but the thing is, we'll be clogged. Even though Mitchell Robinson is out for 4 to 6 weeks, Taj, we can work with 3 people, but when Mitchell come back, what will we do? We would have to, like, Mitchell can play the 4 though and leave him at the 5. That could be good. They'd be on the floor together, but the spacing wouldn't be good. That's the only thing about that. So I'm wondering, that's why Thibs in the front office get the big bucks because they can tell you what's going to happen and they can make it happen and make it work. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into a little stats. Uh, Before we do that though, did you guys watch the Brooklyn game last night? It's like they were on the verge of losing and James Harden just came back with that step back three, and I don't know why they would give him all that space, and he put the dagger in him. Now, because if that would have happened, the Nets would have been 18 and they would have been 17 and 12. I mean 17 and 13. That puts them lower down. And the Celtics, they got lucky and won tonight, I think. So they're 14 and 13. No, they was 14 and 14. So how are they saying that? Oh, the Pacers are 14 and 14. So if we would have won that game tonight, we would have been 15 and 15, and we would have been in the 5th spot because the Celtics are 14 and 13. So they only got 13 losses, and we got 15. So, but we would have been in that 5th spot, which would have been good because our schedule is not that hard. I think our hardest game is San Antonio and probably Golden State. But I figured our guys were tired tonight. I figured, quickly they're not, Rose been over there for 4 games, 3 games they won in a row. Like they wasn't gonna keep winning, so we lost to Orlando. We can go look at the tape, figure out what we did wrong, and hopefully we work it out. Alec Burke had a good he hitting a few threes tonight, but it seems like when Alec Burke is on, we lose. I don't know if Alec Burke is the right fit for us. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Alec Burks. I mean, he can shoot and he creates, but he's not on every night. Like, you think we can use another guy that's going to be more productive, or you think that piece is good? You guys let me know in the comment section, please. Nobody comments on my videos. I don't understand why. I mean, I'm talking New York Knicks basketball. I'm a great 38-year fan. Why am I not getting conversation from some of my Nick family? I don't understand. That's kind of hurting me, really. It's like you guys can tell I'm a diehard Nick fan. I mean, if you can't tell that, then I don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, guys, I had ordered some stuff just to get, keep some Nick stuff coming from I think it's Fanatics. I think I ordered it from Fanatics. Y'all let me know if they legit or what. I know they legit, but you know what I mean. I just got me a nice New York Knicks t-shirt to wear around. the house. And then, bam! Got the official New York Knicks fitted Mitchell and Ness. You know what I'm saying, y'all? And when my channel gets to be a little bigger and we get a fan base and we can start having people comment and stuff and talk about the Knicks with me, because that's what I really want to do, guys. I want to talk about the Knicks with my family. And nobody's subscribing to my channel and nobody's commenting on anything. I know what I'm saying is not boring stuff. It's stuff that I take out from the game and I talk about it. Just like I said, quickly was 2 for 12 or 1 for 12, and Derrick Rose was 1 for 10. That's how we lost the game, because without production from them two guys off the bench, most nights we're not going to win if these guys are not productive. You know, Quickly still had 9 points, but we weren't able to close it out, man. And Randall did his thing. RJ had 15. Let's get to the stats so we can figure this out, guys. Let's get to the stats. I hate when we lose. I have a rough night sleeping. I'm telling you the truth, guys. I'm not lying. When we lose, I don't sleep. Okay, the Knicks. Julius Randle, 36 minutes, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 11 for 19 field goal percentage, 3 for 7 from the three-point line. So he's still doing his thing. He had 5 turnovers, though. And they had him at a the plus minus, he was a -1. That's probably because of the turnovers. Reggie Bullock. I keep saying Bullock is streaky. He played 33 minutes, only 4 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 for 1 from three-point land. He just wasn't feeling it tonight. And when somebody is not feeling it like they usually do, I think you have to make a change. You have to switch things around sometime. Nerlens Noel, 30 minutes, 6 points, 9 rebounds. I can respect that, because if he's getting the rebounds, he got 1 steal. He's getting a lot of personal fouls. He had 4 this time. His plus minus was a -8 on the floor today. RJ, my boy Barrett, 27 minutes, 15 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 from 3 from three-point land. Free throws, 4 out of 5. That wasn't good. And how was he still a -3? 3 turnovers, 2 personal fouls. Okay, I guess. Alfred Payton, 23 minutes, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 6-11 from free field goal percentage, 0 for 1 from three-point land. 2 turnovers. He was a -2. The whole starting lineup was the plus minus was a minus for everybody. So that tells you that when the starting 5 was out there, it wasn't good. Plus minus is when you're on the floor, if your team doing good and scoring positively, then evidently you're going to have a plus. But if the team outscoring you and score like 6 or 7 points while you're out there, you're going to be probably a minus something. And that's how that works with the plus minus thing. Alec Burks, he hit 2 threes, but he only had 8 points. 24 minutes, 8 points, 3 rebounds, no assists for a guard. 2 for 6 from three-point land. 3 turnovers. We had a lot of turnovers tonight. Quickly, 21 minutes, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 for 4 from three-point land, a -19. Alec Burks was a -11. The whole team was a minus today, guys. The whole entire team was a minus. Everybody. Nobody was plus or just a 2 or 3 or nothing. Everybody was a minus. And Quickly was the highest minus, a 19 minus. That's because he took them 7 3-pointers and hit none of them. Or how many did he shoot? 0 for 4. Sorry, guys. He's 0 for 4 from three-point land. But you expect that sometime. Free throws, 7 for 7. So you know the guy can shoot free throws. That's the only way he got 9 points. He shot 7 from the free throw line. Derrick Rose, 17 minutes, only 4 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, uh, 1 turnover. He was a minus 15. Taj Gibson, 16 minutes, 2 points, 6 rebounds, uh, 1 block, 2 steals, 1 turnover, 2 personal fouls. He was a minus 19. Obi Toppin, 12 minutes, 3 points, 1 3-pointer, minus 17. Kevin Knox, no points. He played 1 minute, and he was a minus 2. So the whole team was a minus today. This was a terrible game for us today, guys. It really was. Just terrible. Terrible. We shot 38% from field goal percentage. That's crazy. 26% from three-point land. 84% from free throw. 16 turnovers. Only 16 assists. We have 46 rebounds. 10 of them was offensively. They had 50 and 10 offensively. We only had 5 blocks. They had 7. We had 7 steals. They had 10. We had 14 personal fouls. They had 15. We had no technical fouls. They had 3, and they still beat us down. The field goal percentage and the three-point percentage is what beat us. And their assists. They had 27 assists. That's what beat us, guys. But, you know, I'm starting to hear a lot of stuff about RJ Barrett, especially from the haters. So that's why I named the channel Knicks for Life, No Haters. So when we get the haters that want to talk junk about our boys, I just automatically just go into defense mode. Because when you start talking about RJ Barrett, you have to remember that this kid's young. He's straight out of college. He's young. He only been in the league 2 years. In his first year in the league, he made the Rising Star Challenge team and scored 27 points for a team, for a game high against everybody. And he would have scored over 30 if they wouldn't have took him out the game. So please, leave RJ alone. RJ's going to be all right. He is not a problem. He's averaging, 17, 18 points a game? Come on, guys. Give the young kid a break. Everybody miss shots. Everybody lose games. You're not going to win every game you play. Even the baddest guys lose. Like, we have to stop this thinking that we're going to win every game, or when RJ has a bad game, y'all want to get on him. Like, everybody has a bad game. Let the young kid develop, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be all right. The kid's a stud, man. He's averaging 18 points a game. His three-point percentage has went up tremendously. And him and Randall are balling. Reading a thing tonight, Randall said he hopes to be able to stay in New York long term because he feels he can run for a championship with the Knicks, and he wants to stay. So that's letting people know that he don't want to be traded. He's comfortable in New York, and he wants to stay in New York. And I hope you guys put your last votes in today for Derrick Rose, and I even voted for RJ Barrett for the All-Star because he's averaging 18 points a game. That's All-Star material. It's some people that's in this All-Star game that I think shouldn't be there. And I'm gonna make another video about that because I seen some people up there that RJ is playing way better than, and they're up there because people are voting for them and nobody's voting for RJ really. I vote for him every time I put in for Randall. I put in for RJ and Rose. Like they said, Randall started hot. He had a good game, but you know, RJ with 15 was behind him. These two guys are always the leaders of the team, but just something about the Magic tonight that they just played good. Any given night, if you're locked in, you can beat anybody. And I gotta say that they're playing good ball. I'm upset about the loss, but I probably won't be able to sleep because thinking about if we could have got to that 15-15 and be at 500. You know what I'm saying? That would have been so good compared to what we were last year, only winning 17 games the whole season. Like, was it the whole season? Or the half a season, or whatever you want to call it, because the season got stopped or whatever. But that was ridiculous, man. Like, and we would have almost at 15 wins before the All-Star break. I was counting how many wins we had before February 16th. And we had 17 wins and I think 40, 30 losses, 20 something, no, 20 something losses. 20 something losses and 17 wins at the All-Star break last year. Because we were playing good for a minute. One time we was like 20 and 21 and 21 or something like that. And then we just fell off. I mean, Fizdale, he jumped into something he wasn't ready for. He didn't have the experience to work these boys. He was playing minute ball. You play your minutes, come out, let him play his minutes, come out. Somebody had the hot hand, he was snatching them out if their minutes was up. Like he just wasn't a good coach. Like we got the development coaches now, and they're really developing these kids. And oh yeah, I want to say one thing, guys. Check out Detroit. Detroit is starting to win some games. They sat Blake Griffin down. And this is another thing I want to talk about. We'll talk about that after we talk about Detroit. Dennis Smith Jr. had 8 points last time I checked and 3 assists. Dennis is finding a role over there in Detroit because the last game he scored a few points coming off the bench. So I think he's comfortable over there and he's starting to like what's going on and he's doing all right over there, man. And I'm happy for him. I'm really happy for him because I don't want to see none of these young kids lose. This is their careers and their lives that we're talking about. Like, and just like Knox, everybody be beating up on Knox, but I think the kid's gonna be all right. He just has to get stronger, and I think that Kenny Payne and all of them can work with this kid, get him beefed up, get him stronger, get him motivated. But they just don't have the time. I guess he's not fitting the system, and they feel like they can use him for trade bait, and they can get a lot for him because he's a young kid, and he's definitely gonna be a value to somebody's team in years to come. I wish we just had time to wait it out. But I understand that this is a business and people got to do what they got to do. And that brings me to what Draymond Green said yesterday in an interview on how they was treating Drummond in Cleveland. How they was telling him he can't suit up to play. He just has to sit on the bench in street clothes and wait till they find a trade for him. And they did that publicly. But if a if a player does that and refuses to get dressed and says and speaks out publicly that he wants to be traded, he's not comfortable with the team anymore, it's not going in the direction he thought, then the league sees that as disrespect, not being a professional, not being a guy that follows the rules or whatever. But that's a double standard. How can the league and the team put him out there like that and tell everybody that he's not playing anymore because we're trying to trade him? But if he gets up and speaks publicly about it, it's a problem. And I'm glad some of these guys are standing up, man, and starting to take a stand because they're the one that's filling them seats up every day. They should get more respect than that. I don't like the way the NBA treats players after they get injured or they're not producing anymore. You might have a player that produced for you for like right now, if like Kevin Durant won all them rings, but right now if he stopped producing, they'll start talking about him, ready to trade him. Nobody want to pick him up like they did Carmelo Anthony. You know, the league is treacherous. They don't have no kind of sensitivity towards players and how it might mess you up mentally the way they treat somebody. See, they don't think about that. But when you speak out and you say something, then you get fined, suspended, or you're not professional. We're going to try to get you out of the team, trade you, or even blackball you. And see, that's what I don't like because it's never equality in anything. The basketball player is not equal to the owners. The basketball players are not equal to the stockholders and the people that owns the team. They make the decision, and if they don't like what's going on with you, they'll get rid of you. And that's not good. You got to treat the players with respect. And that's all I wanted to say about that in a respectful way because it's a way to go about things and it's a way not to go about things. And you got to go about things the right way. And I feel like Draymond speaking eloquently and respectfully about what's going on with the players and how they treat the players. Yeah, Detroit beat Detroit. Oh, they was beating Chicago. Chicago done came back on them now. They was beating them down for a minute. What happened? That's crazy. They was just beating them down. Now they down by 3. That can't be. I thought they were playing somebody else because they was just up big. They was just up like they was just up. I don't know what happened. Let me see, but let me see what Dennis Smith played 16 minutes. He got 10 points, one assist, uh, 1 for 4 from 3-point land. He's a 2, so that's good. 16 minutes, 10 points. That's good for Dennis. I respect it. I guess he's feeling at home over there. Shout out to Dennis Smith for holding his head, keeping his composure, and going to Detroit and producing. 16 minutes, 10 points, one assist. That's good. Shout out to Dennis Smith. That's what I like to see. Philly was blowing out Houston 110. It was about a 20-point game, 70-90. Houston done came back. They only down 5 with a minute 34 left. Some games was postponed today too. So we don't play again until when? Saturday, guys? I think that's when we play again. I'll check it out for you guys right now. Sunday. We play Sunday against Minnesota. We got to bounce back. And then we got Golden State. Then we got Sacramento. Then we got Indiana. Then we got Detroit. You know, Dennis Smith's going to be looking to burn us. And then the postponed game for San Antonio has been postponed to March 2nd. So that's that. And everybody know Julius Randle is putting up career numbers, best numbers ever. What else can we talk about here with our boys tonight? Our boys getting a spanking tonight. They going to bed. No TV tonight for the Knicks. See, it says Randle hopes to stick with the Knicks. Julius Randle says his dream is to stay with the Knicks long term and to eventually be competing for a championship. And that's good. And they talk about Knicks' cloudy future at center could include Mo Bamba. Please no, he don't score enough points. Mitchell Robinson, they're exact. Why would you do that? That wouldn't make sense. Now Drummond would make sense because he's a double-double machine. And if we had Drummond in the middle blocking shots, getting rebounds, and scoring points, that would open up a lot of things for us. That would be the perfect. I think that would be the perfect hit for us with a point guard like LaVine. If we can get LaVine and Drummond, I would do it. I would do it to make the run this year because they already got Knox on. They looking to trade Knox if they can get something for him. So that's inevitable. We might can't stop that. So and then I think Frank might be on the block, and with a few picks, they could end up with another star player. So we can get a. I don't even like the word big three because that big three mess is guys scoping out, seeing who plays the best, and say, come on, let's join up. Basketball has changed, man. It really has, man. Before, players used to play on their teams and try to win with the teams they're on. You never see Michael Jordan try to go hook up with Charles Barkley, and they were best friends. He never tried to hook up with Barkley and Ewan and whoever else. Come on, let's all get on the same team so we can win a championship. I don't respect that as a championship because you go look for the best players to get and y'all all get on one team so y'all can just be blowing people out. That's not competition. Whoever you get drafted to, I understand people go to different teams. I understand that. But when you got these guys picking the people they want to play with and they letting it happen, this is not basketball, man. That's a stacked team. Come on. Like, I want to see how LA plays the New Jersey Nets with everybody playing together. Like, all this resting people talking about they hurt, that's all crap. They not hurt. They just resting players. And I think that's some soft shit because back in the days, players never rested. They played the game. If they was hurt, they come out there playing. And for now, all these old prima donnas, I got to rest today. My body, I'm going to sit back and not play basketball today. I'm going to let them play. I'm going to rest. I'm going to wait for this big game over here so I can play. I can be ready for it. So I'm not going to play against the stinky team. They stink. I don't need to play against them. I'm going to rest. Oh, I got an injury. You know, I think a lot of this shit need to stop. It's messing the game up, man. And then one thing, I want to take my hat off to the New York Knicks. They did a great job with their COVID-19 structure. None of our players went out sick and had to go home. They thought what Frank or something one time, but he was negative. Nobody has caught it. They didn't have to postpone none of their games because players was out because of it. Whatever kind of COVID-19 regimen these guys got in place in New York, other teams need to try to focus on that so they can follow their plan because it's been working in the Garden. Nobody's went out. We had one injury with Mitch with his hand, and he'll be back in 6 weeks. So we've been staying healthy. We've been playing good. Lost a few games we should have won, but it happens. It's basketball. I'm your boy Jay Hud. It's Knicks for life. No haters.